Hey guys, welcome back to Full Package RC. In this episode, we have our very first repeat guest coming back to join us, and that is Jeremy Lorenzo. We are going
Hey everyone.
to we're going to talk to Jeremy about what's new since we talked to him earlier this year. And he's got some pretty cool stuff coming up that we're going to go over as well. We are a man down tonight. Unfortunately, Aaron is not with us. He is at home sick. So hopefully if he listens to this podcast back, hopefully he's feeling better by the time he hears this. But we hope he feels a little bit better. He tried really hard. And up until just a few minutes before recording, he was trying to be a trooper and pull through and be there. But so we are just still stuck with Mike. How you doing, Mike?
What's up, guys?
We can never get rid of Mike.
I'm like the crazy uncle that doesn't go away.
So before we get into it with Jeremy, what's been going on with you since we last talked, Mike? Anything new, exciting? Ooh. Any good news? New toys? What you got?
I wouldn't say anything. Oh, you're good. I wouldn't say anything super exciting. Been kind of unloading stuff. I go through my little spurts of burnout of the hobby. So ended up unloading some helis because I'm planning on taking a little bit of time off, maybe a year or so, and not fully away, but not hitting it hard every weekend like I've done in the last 10 years or so. Just taking some time back, doing some other stuff I've been wanting to do. Definitely still in the hobby, doing other things, still flying, keeping a couple things around. But I did unload a bunch of helicopters because I don't want to. This hobby's so volatile and changes so fast. I don't want to stick stuff on the shelf and then come back a year later and end up having like a Raptor 90 comparable helicopter that you can't get parts for. You can't fly it because you don't want to crash it or something like that. I'd rather just start fresh when the times comes. But yeah, hobby wise, not a whole lot of going on. Been crazy with work. We got a big project going on that we hopefully wrapping up by the end of the week here.
Nice.
So yes, getting ready for winter time, man. It's a holiday season. I may end up doing some I will end up doing Black Friday shopping. I'm just not sure what I want to get yet, but I usually end up buying a kit or something, even though I'm kind of in the burnout slump.
You still got to do Black Friday deals, Got to take advantage of them.
Got to take advantage.
Usually it'll give me enough hobby mojo to build a kit and get fired up for the spring again, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Not a whole lot going on here. Been super busy with work and stuff. That's about it. What about you, Bob? I seen you guys been drifting.
Yeah,
lately.
We're in that, unfortunately with weather, it just is not cooperating. Every time I seem to get like a day where I maybe could get out to the field, it's been like 20, 30 mile an hour winds, high 30s, low 40s. Honestly, I guess I'm just not that dedicated or, enough to go out and fly in that kind of weather. I'm getting older and I just kind of say screw it at that point. I like to stay in. So I'm a little bit bummed out. I had a couple things I wanted to get tested and flown, a couple things I wanted to do for YouTube, and just the year got away from me. So yeah, as weather's changed, we've kind of transitioned into the drifting, doing a lot more with the drifting again this year, working on some new cars and getting some new setups and stuff going. So we're sort of in that phase of my RC hobby, is the stay inside, stay warm, race on a track sort of thing. But as far as the hobby heli thing, still working on them, still going over them. I wanted to last year, and I'm still debating. I have a couple old Blade 600X helis, which I like. It's kind of going back to what you were saying, old ancient helis. But I'd kind of like to turn one of them into like a scale machine. And I think...
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think one of them would make a good donor, because you're not really beating on a scale machine much. So it should last, should be good. I've been hunting around. I haven't pulled the trigger on anything yet. Maybe Maybe I'll see if they do any kind of Black Friday deals and something like that. And then I think,
Sweet.
I can still kind of get my heli fix over winter and do something creative and do something a little bit different. So that's about where I've been at.
I think Motion RC has been dabbling in the scale heli stuff lately.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have for a while and I just noticed it lately, but I know they sell like fuselage kits and stuff like that on there now.
Yeah, I think they've had them for a little while, I believe. I just for some of the different sizes. I think they had a pretty good Airwolf one, but as much as I'd like to do it, like so many people have done that, it's like almost overdone.
Yeah, you got to find something that's not at every scale fun fly.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's why I want to do something to be a little different. And it's something I can get detailed with some interior parts or, do something a little bit different. But speaking of the indoor RC racing, I do want to give a big shout out. Hopefully they'll catch us on listening back, but we don't really have sponsored drivers per se, but two of my friends that do oval racing, I usually hook them up with some attire, and help them out when they come into the shop with some deals here and there. So, but Adam Shooker and Brad Williams this past week, starting off their summer series for Tuesday Night Racing, which would have, as recording this, was just last night. Adam took first, Brad took third in the big block class that they do. So they're off to a great start. And if you check us out on Facebook, you'll see they're up there with their full package attire on, holding it down for the crew, which I appreciate that.
Representing.
They're representing the podcast good at the racing. They have their hoodies and shirts on all the time. So I super appreciate that. Glad to see.
Sweet. Thank you guys.
Yeah. So that being said,
real quick before we get into what Jeremy's been up to, you mentioned you've been working on some new cars. Is that indicating you got some new drift builds going on? Or
I was actually going to ask the same thing.
I have one that has been completely revamped. So it's basically going to be, for all intents and purposes, like a new car. And there may be a new car coming here very shortly. So just got some extra electronics, got to figure out a home for them. So why not? It's kind of like the helis, when you get extra stuff and you think, oh, I just got to buy the kit. So in this case, I just got to maybe get a few things, but we'll see. Because the two cars I have are actually really good. I can't complain about them at all. Both Yokomo cars, YD2 and an RD2, performing excellent. But Aaron kind of got me hooked. He has a new one coming. Not to spoil anything, for his new news. But
oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's got me kind of looking at doing it. It's another Yokomo car, but I need it like I need a hole in the head. But you know how it goes when I'm an RC addict, and when you have a problem, you just kind of find ways to make it happen.
Yeah, you fix it with more RC stuff. That's how you fix RC problems.
Exactly. Yep. So we'll see. Maybe in our next episode. Well, yeah, maybe next episode I'll have some more info. I don't know though yet. We'll see if I'll have it figured out by then, because it's either going to be that or the scale heli. So that's kind of where I'm jumping back and forth right now. So we'll see which one wins out.
I like the drift video stuff you do for your YouTube channel. The little clips and stuff, those are pretty cool. You guys drifting around the basement. So
yeah.
But I am going to have to start picking on you for being a Yokomo fanboy now if you get a third Yokomo car.
Hey, it works. It works good. The prices are good on them. I have kind of figured out some of the tuning things for them as far as how to make them work and do what I like. So, yeah, I mean, I'll admit it. I could be a Yokomo fanboy. I've tried a couple other platforms. Heck, I got one of them from you that ended up being a total piece of shit and ended up...
Hey, I warned you.
Oh, I know you did. And I had it stuck in my head. I can fix this thing. I can make it work. Well, after, I don't know, about a year of trying different things and trying to make things happen, I just gave up because I realized, nope, this thing's just one giant turd. And
it sucked.
I sold it off really cheap to somebody else, and it became their problem.
Yeah, that thing. I don't even know how to drift them things, and it sucked.
Yeah, that was bad. I couldn't get a good balance. I had it working okay, but compared to my other cars, it couldn't hang. It couldn't work. So yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Off, got to have something good to go. But the guys down with the oval racing, they're busting my ass to come down and do some oval racing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it one night. I've done it before, but it just doesn't excite me.
Yeah, to me, it sounds like watching paint dry.
Yeah, it's just going and making a left turn. There's no jumps.
I have so with this with the drifting world, I really don't know much about it, but I do have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you prefer more oval tracks or the ones that have like zigzags in them, or like
good question?
How do you? Because I've seen videos of basically like the ones that have zigzags and stuff like that, and I have to say those look super cool.
Yeah,
I love the way, and I bet those are way more technical than just going.
Yeah, I've never really just drifted like on an oval or anything before. It's pretty much just been, like a road course would be for an on-road car.
Zigzags.
And drifting that.
Sweet.
It's more fun, especially when you do tandems and you get two people going. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to check out my YouTube where I put a pretty good battle of me and Aaron up recently. That was a lot of fun.
I did see that. Yep.
Yeah, so we have some fun with that, and then there's a place we go to in Delaware. It ends up being almost a 2-hour drive. That's a nice big track. We'll go there. But all the tracks, the lefts, the rights, the big sweeping corners, the tight corners, it definitely adds a whole element to it. I think if you were doing just like an oval type track, I would think it would get kind of boring pretty quick.
Okay. And I'm assuming, do you guys like compete against each other as well? Like when you, is there an actual thing like where you get judged on and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, when you do drifting, there is judging. We don't compete at all. We're just doing it for fun. When we do it in the basement, we'll just pick whoever's not driving at the time, and they can be the pretend judge to see who wins the battle. If anything, loser has to take a drink or something, and that's how we do it. That's about all it is. It's just
now you guys got my brain going, and this might be a better question for Aaron because he's more into the real drift car world stuff. Yeah. I assume the RC is the same, but so when they battle, like, they're this is gonna be hard to explain on a podcast, but so they're next to, like, they start off next to each other, but one does like a little zigzag thing, and I guess that's just to like time it so they end up behind the other car.
No, like when they're going into the first corner.
Yeah, that's like there's always like a little chicane or something that they have to go through.
Oh, like if you're doing FD or something like that. Yeah, sure. That's just when they're doing that, I'll be honest, I don't know the reason to it. I just know it's when they take off, the lead car always has that extra little chicane. I don't know if it's to slow them down to keep them from trying to get away on the chase car. That I think it might give the chase car an extra edge to be able to stay up on him to keep better proximity through the track. Because some cars,
like, how do you pass so there's a lead car and a chase car?
Yes.
Does the chase car have to get around the lead car to be like considered the winner of the battle?
Nope. No, you're never actually racing. So the idea is when you have two runs, when you're battling somebody, you do a lead run and then you do a chase run. So I'll keep it as simple as I can, but when you do lead run, drifting is judged on there's certain zones where you have to put your rear wheels into, or sometimes the front wheel has to hit a certain zone depending on the corners, like an inner clip and outer clip. So you get judged for your style, how much angle are you throwing, are you hitting your zones, that type of thing. So you're not kind of driving through, basically like trying to drive straight through and drive like a pussy, basically. I don't know how else to explain it.
Okay.
But so you have that angle, and then how much smoke you making, so you want those tires to be lit up. You want them to be going, so it shows you're on throttle, because there are zones when you're not allowed to decel where it helps keep from accidents happening. So as a lead car, you want to concentrate on having a real good, clean, stylish run. As a chase car, you need to mimic the angle of the lead car, and then you have to keep proximity. So when they're in a corner, you want to have your front end like on their driver door or passenger door, and you want to be on them as close as you can. When you transition from one to the other, you basically should barely miss their bumper to stay in nice and close to them. So as the chase car, you get judged heavily on staying on that proximity, matching their angle, and basically matching their run. And then you run a lap, and then the cars flip-flop and do it again. So you have a chance to both lead and you get chase. And then when you're done, they figure out who did overall, who was the better car. And then that car continues on.
Okay. There's way more to it than I thought there was going on there.
So
right?
they'll start
That's
off
what
with.
I was thinking.
They'll start off with average of like, you know.
I like watching the cool videos and stuff because it's actually, I know it's not as easy as some guys make it look. Like I actually last night there was a video on Facebook that I just saw, and they were competing. It was just one guy. They weren't chasing. It wasn't like two of them at a time. It was just one guy, and he was going around the track, and I swear to you, he was probably a hair off the wall, and he rode that wall for like a good 8 seconds. I'm talking about just drifting so close to that wall for like about 8 seconds, and I thought that was pretty cool because I know that's not easy at all.
Aaron pests me all the time about getting me to use his BMW to go drifting. Like for him, if you'd want to use his Lexus, and I'd use the Beamer, because he knows. I mean, I may or may not have been out sliding cars around, on back roads or something. So he knows I enjoy, doing stuff like that. I often get blamed for his enjoyment of that because when he was younger, I may have done a few donuts here or there in certain cars when he was with, and
I was stuck with him.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed that stuff, so that's why I always thought it was cool he was doing it. I was never that dad saying, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't." No, I'm like all for it. Use the safety equipment, do it the right way, and have a hell of a good time. That's what it's about.
Wait till Aaron gets back here because he's never offered me that.
Well, maybe he doesn't know if you can drive and do that.
Well, I probably can't, but he should still offer it to me. It's his car.
It's definitely a lot harder, even on the RC drifting, which you'll know. You've tried, Mike.
Oh, yeah, it's tough.
A lot of people, if I hand them the car, they think, "Oh, shit, the car's broken." So I have actually some video footage I'm going to be putting together. I'll get it out at some point in time of actually Adam and Brad, who I was just talking about racing. They came and were giving drifting a try and realized it's way harder than what they thought. So I had their perspective from newbie drifters or trying to do it. And then they were watching us go at it and getting their thoughts on it. It was kind of fun. So anyway, now we've gone off on our whole drifting tangent.
Yeah.
Thanks
for joining us, Jeremy.
Yeah,
everybody have a good night.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Glad I could be here.
So the main focus of tonight and why we really wanted to have Jeremy back on is he is heading over to the Thailand Heli Blowout. I believe it's here on November 29th and 30th, so it's coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
And so we wanted to get him on, talk to him about his adventures on what he's doing to prepare to go there, how did this come about, all that sort of stuff. So we'll finally, now we're done with our drifting segment, we'll finally get into this with Jeremy and see just what he thinks and how this all came about. So thank you, Jeremy, for being here. Welcome back again.
Absolutely. I love being on here, talking with you guys.
I don't have any kind of award for being our first repeat guest, sorry, but
You're okay.
Aaron was supposed to bring it, but he called off.
Oh wait, we can.
You're good.
There you go, Mike. You have that hat you said yet, right? You can send him the hat as our first,
yeah, there we go.
Repeat guest recipient. There you go. So
yeah, message me your address. I'll send you a hat.
Awesome.
There you go. So my question, just to start this off, is first of all, if anybody wants to know a little bit more about Jeremy, how he got into it, where he's at, you can check back a previous episode. I want to say maybe from February of this year, where we got the full rundown on a lot more of his past, how he got into it. So we're not going to go repeat any of that stuff again, or try not to too much. But on this one, we just want to find out really, like, I guess I'm curious, how did this come about to go to the Thailand Heli Blowout? Was it something you wanted to do? Were you approached? Were you invited to go? Like, how did that happen?
Actually, it was a little bit of a mixture of all those things. I've always wanted to go to that event. Ever since I got into helicopters, the 3D helicopters, I've always seen videos of it and the pros. I feel like that's like one of the events that when they go there, they push at 100%. And I've always wanted to see that in person. And so, yeah, this year I was blessed, to get invited out there. And I was just like, of course, I could see what I could do. And we were able to make it happen, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, but I've always wanted to go to this event. This is an event that I've seen so many videos of it, and it just looks absolutely spectacular. The view, the people there, the atmosphere of it, and the pressure that builds when you're there, the adrenaline, it's just insane, and I've always wanted to go.
Nice.
My favorite part about that event is the energy from the commentators.
Yes.
The yelling and all that. Like, somebody's got to sign them guys up to do cameos.
No, absolutely. Like, the energy, it's just like when you're there, you don't fly at 60%. You give it all you got, and just the commentators, man, they'll just hype you up as much as possible, and just, I don't know what it is. That event is just so amazing. I really don't know what it is. Mainly because of the fact that all the, some of the best in the world go there. So,
you have anybody in mind that you want to make sure you take time to kind of sit down and get to know or anything like that?
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Duncan Bossian, he is my favorite pilot. He's always been my favorite pilot. Something about his style of flying has always attracted me, and many others as well, because of, his insanely high RPM and low smack and the way he uses his field. So yeah, Duncan is for sure the top pilot that I would love to, really get down and talk with, and hopefully get some pointers from him as well. And of course, the king himself, Tarek Al-Sadi, he is another one. And a lot of the Thailand kids out there as well. Copter, CK, CD as well. Just pilots like that. Vava, I've never met Vava, and I love his style of flying as well.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
there's a bunch. There's a bunch.
Those guys get crazy. I know, like, side note, this was kind of funny. I don't remember if it was Duncan, because he's a hell of a pilot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember if it was Duncan or if it was his brother. We were at the same hotel they were one year out at IRCHA, probably 2015 maybe or something like that. I don't remember for sure. And in the pool area of the hotel, they brought out a 450. And this is an indoor pool. They brought a 450 out, and that crazy high head speed you're talking about, they ripped this thing in the pool area. It was crazy. I'm pretty sure the end of the flight ended up with it in the pool. But they were just ripping on this thing. They were coming down almost blade scraping the water, ripping around, and this pool was like all glass all around. They were brave, but it was one of the good IRCHA memories I have from early on. It was pretty cool. So, side note on there.
Absolutely.
I hope Duncan you get to meet them all.
Definitely does not disappoint when it comes to entertaining flight style.
No.
The stuff he does, even his old videos are just, it's very, very entertaining to watch. He definitely gets the crowd going.
Yes, absolutely. I would also say MCK, but I did have the privilege of meeting him at IRCHA this previous IRCHA. So I didn't forget about him, but I'm glad I'm going to be able to see him as well out there.
That dude's nuts as well.
Yeah, he is insane.
He's got some skills, man. I tell you, that was impressive to see at IRCHA, where you're like every 2 seconds you thought that thing was hitting the ground. So
yeah,
anybody listening,
maneuvers.
If you get a chance to get to an event and see these guys fly live, do it, because it's a whole other experience rather than watching a video. It doesn't do it justice. It's nuts to see it live.
Nope, not at all. It does not do it one bit of justice. I promise you. You can watch the videos 1,000 times, but when you see it in person, like the blades when they come in on a fast funnel and then they just smack those blades, you feel them in your chest. Like,
oh yeah.
It's something about just seeing them with your bare eyes. I was trying to record MCK and at IRCHA, and I would go like kind of behind him and start recording. And there was like 4 occasions that I just put my phone down because I was like, I need to see this with my bare eyes, like not through the phone screen or anything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I just need to witness this and take it in.
So is this your first? How many competitions have you done so far overall since you've been doing the Heli World? I knew you haven't been competing that long.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to it. I did my first one actually at Mike's event.
Yeah.
So that was my first ever competition, like first ever one that I've done. And right right after that, I did the IRCHA Battle of the Brands.
24.
I've also done as well the IRCHA Cup just this previous year, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So obviously, then this will be your first international type event.
Yes.
Has any nerves or butterflies kicked in at all yet? Because I mean, as we're recording this, we're like 2 weeks away. Like,
absolutely.
When do you leave?
Absolutely.
Like, how far before the event will you be there? Are you showing up like day of, day before?
I leave the 25th, so I'm gonna have some days to. Hopefully, I hope I don't have that bad of jet lag, but if we do, we're still gonna be. I have time to catch up and then also prep the machines and stuff.
That's good.
But yes, to answer your question, 100% yes, I'm nervous and I got the butterflies. They're going all over the place.
You got this. We have faith in you.
Yeah, especially since this is my first time like leaving the US. Like I've never gone to Thailand or Germany, any place like that. I've never gone out there.
So you've never left the country?
Yeah, this is going to be a cool experience. Like, I get to see a different part of the world, and I'm also going to have my helis with me and see some of the best out that do this hobby. So
you had to go get your passport and all that stuff just for this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You got all that squared away?
Yep, nice. I got that about a month and a half ago. I got my passport expedited so I can get in earlier and stuff. But yeah, I got my passport for this. Plane tickets are booked. Everything's booked out there as well. And the only thing that's left is just to pack up the suitcase and board the plane.
So give us a quick rundown. Who are your sponsors this year or this going into this event? Who do you got on your side for this one? Tell us.
So I have Venture Blades. I also have Goose Guy and my newest sponsor, XD Fly ESCs.
Okay.
And now, and then as well, Torque Servos.
Nice. Okay. Cool. You got a good building up a good.
Backing them up, man.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I can't get the right words, but you're a good repertoire of companies there backing you. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. All good companies too.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Another
you deserve
big shout out to all of them. Shout out to all of them. They always support me and make sure I'm well taken care of as well. So big shout out to my sponsors.
Is there anybody from the US that you know of that's going over there as well, or are you pretty much flying solo?
Mr. Maxwell will be heading over there.
Oh, cool.
That's gonna be awesome as well. Seeing Nick out there. From US, let me think. I think that's pretty much it from the US.
Nice.
Okay. Just Nick, yeah.
Are you guys like, have you talked about, have you gotten together and said, hey man, we're going, like, you try to book your flights together, or so you got kind of like a flying buddy, I guess, to sit with for 14 hours or whatever it takes to get there?
No, actually I have not. I'm just gonna, hopefully see him out there probably before the event, get to catch up and stuff and hang out with him. But yeah, like as far as like booking the planes together and stuff, yeah, no, we haven't done that.
Okay.
So how much research have you done on what you need to pack your helis properly so they survive?
Good question.
So yeah, I've done quite a bit of research. I've seen MCK, how they Kenny Co as well, like how all those pros pack their machines. And then I've also learned from my mistakes in the past as well. Like I've brought my helis to Florida, and was that it? I think. Yeah, I think it was just Florida just Florida. I've traveled with them, and I've learned from my mistakes. Triple the foam count and
Nice.
Brace everything really good.
So you have a little experience.
The golf club case, or do you got a different plan?
Nope, I have the golf club. It's the SKB golf case. It fits a 700. You don't have to take apart the boom or anything. You just take the landing off, the fin off, and you could put your 700 in there perfectly without any issues.
So nice. What helis are you taking with you?
So I'm taking my two RS7s. They're identical RS7s, and my RS6 and my S2 Max.
Wow. So you're going to be set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. So
yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
That you should be. It's a good experience. I hope the best for you. I hope it all works out great.
Thank you.
Is anybody from like your family going with you, or are you literally flying by yourself? Like, is your dad gonna ride with you?
My mom's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
ride with me. Yep,
Cool.
she wanted to tag along on this one.
Awesome. That'll be fun. Nice little
it's gonna be
getaway
super
for you
fun.
guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Is she gonna come to the heli event and stuff and cheer you on, or is she gonna go out exploring?
Yeah, she'll be there. She'll be there at the event. Meeting everybody as well, and watching me fly as well. But I think we might, or I don't know what she plans on doing. Maybe going back to the hotel or exploring like close to that area. But yeah, she'll be there with me.
What are you doing in terms of practice? Are you going out to the field more? Are you doing sim practice? Working on some routines, or what do you got going on?
Yeah, I'm doing tons of sim practice. Actually, right before we hopped on this call together, I was actually on the sim. So yeah, I'm doing tons of sim flight. And as far as going out to the field, I've been trying to go out as much as possible, but Bob, I'm kind of having the same issues with you, like that you're having with the weather and stuff. It's really not, it hasn't been working with me really. And I've been trying to get out, but the wind is just like 30-mile-an-hour winds, and then it's also been freezing, raining as well. And so I try to get out when I can. Last time I flew was last weekend. I would love to go out more, like try to get a couple packs in every day, but it just hasn't been possible since the winter came in.
Yep. Yeah, you're in one of those nice, fun, windy, cold places as well.
Exactly. Yep. So I'm trying, but not. I haven't gotten out as much as I would have liked.
What's the weather in Thailand like when you land and get off the plane? What are temperatures? I don't know anything about that place, to be honest with you.
Flip-flops. Everybody you see videos of Thailand, they're in like sandals and flip-flops.
Oh, it's hot. Yep. So what I've heard is that it is going to be hot.
Nice.
I'm excited. Yeah, get away from this cold.
You won't want to come back.
That's like I went to Florida one year and we left here in February, and we left here like all bundled up and stocking cap and gloves, and you get off the plane and it's like 75, 80 degrees. You're like, oh man.
Yep. Does the weather change get you as well? Because for me, sometimes that does as well.
The only time I did the same thing. I did the same thing with Dominican Republic one year. It was cold here, and the weather change didn't get me there because it was frickin' beautiful. The only weather change that hit me is when I came home. When I went from the warmth of a week in like paradise to coming home to cold, shitty weather. Yeah. That wasn't fun. So just remember to keep a hoodie on your carry-on or something, so when you get back home, you're not in a t-shirt and standing there waiting for your ride, freezing your ass off.
That was me on the way back from Florida. I forgot my coat in the rental car.
Oh,
man. We boarded the plane, not even thinking about it because it was nice and hot, and wasn't even thinking about a jacket. And then we land in Pittsburgh, and I was like, oh man, it's freezing.
Yep. So that'll be your weather culture shock is coming home.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. When do you know when you're flying back? Or you just kind of wait until everything works out and then book in the flight to come back?
No, I come back. I board the plane Monday. The flight is 27 hours, so I wouldn't be getting back till like Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh snap!
27 hours.
Oh my
God!
I'm
not lying to you guys. Yep, it's 27 hours for me.
That's 27 hours of travel time, or
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Holy smokes!
How long on an actual airplane or will you be on that?
No, the full flight.
The flight is 27 hours.
So the flight, the flight is 27 hours.
From in the air for 27 hours.
No, I've never heard of a flight that long.
You've never been to Thailand.
That's what Delta said. Maybe it might be wrong, or hopefully we get there a little sooner.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, last time I checked when we were booking, it said it was 26 to 27 hours.
Oh my God. Hell no.
Yeah. But you know what? What
are you gonna do for 27 hours?
So I'm gonna bring my laptop and my radio, so hopefully sim, and also sleep a lot of it. So hopefully sleep a lot of it, and try to get a little bit of sim, some movies, Yeah, it's gonna be an itchy ride, but we're gonna pull through because it's gonna be worth it. That I know.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
You would need a couple.
I'm just picturing like having to sit in the same chair for 27 hours. I think I would go crazy.
I'm kind of speechless on that whole thing, and I'm like, oh, there's no way you wouldn't even.
Yeah, I'd be looking for the exit door, like the emergency exit. Let me out.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know.
The one thing is, like between like international and just regular flights, like flying from like let's say Chicago to Florida. From what I've heard is the seats like they recline more, you get more leg room, they're more
I would hope so.
seats.
Yeah.
So at least if they can recline a good amount, I'll be happy with that.
They better have a swim up bar in that thing for me to get on it, man.
I was gonna say, hopefully you got some hotties and bikinis coming serving you some drinks for the flight, and stuff. And
something.
See, even it would have to be amazing because I'm too fat probably even for international flights where I'd still be uncomfortable. But Jesus. That's just insane. That alone, you deserve an award.
I wonder if it's 27 hours because of the time changes. Like, I wonder if it.
I don't know.
Like
maybe
every hour you gain, you lose 2 or something crazy.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, we're gonna find out. You're gonna let us know when you come back. You're gonna.
I plan on posting and stuff like that the whole entire journey. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'll be keeping you guys posted with all those. While I'm at the airport, when I land.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you access to the full package Facebook page, and we want you to live stream your whole 27-hour flight.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it would be a pretty boring live stream, but
that noise you're hearing now is Jeremy snoring while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he is meditating.
Actually, it's a good question or a good point though, because I was going to ask, what is the best place for anybody if they want to follow you on this journey or for updates on the event while you're there? I don't know if they have any kind of live streaming they're going to do for the event, or is it just stuff we'll have to kind of stay tuned to watch the videos as they get posted on Facebook?
I was planning on doing on Facebook. I have a lot of my followers and stuff. I could do live streams in a lot of our groups and the community groups that we have and stuff. So I was planning on doing them there.
Hey, Mike, you know how he's getting, he's getting famous because he just said all of my followers, not all of my friends on Facebook, but all of my followers.
Good catch.
Yeah, right. It's all in the wording. He's gone to one international. He's gone to one international event,
and then the community as well. I like hanging out with the community.
I'm just.
He's gonna come back and tell us he can't come on the show because he's booked with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh! Imagine. No.
I'll be like,
there's always time. There's always time.
You gonna come back on a full package RC and give us an update? And he'll be like, no, I don't do those little squatty shows anymore. I'm on to the bigger, better stuff.
No, man, I'm not at that level yet. Not yet. Not yet.
So you go to Thailand and kick some butt, and then your name will be everywhere. I'll see you at the event. I'll be like, yo, Jeremy, what's up? And you'll be like, go away, peasant.
No, not at all. Not at all. Never do that. I'll never do that.
You're better not, because I'd still whoop you.
Have you thought about, like, it's a real possibility you could go there and kick all those guys' asses with some crazy flying?
Yeah, it's for sure crossed my mind. I'm in the expert class, of course. I'm not a master yet. I've only been doing this for a couple years, and I'm not a master. But I'm in the expert class, and I've seen the roster, and there's some heavy hitters there.
Yeah,
but it's crossed my mind.
You're no slouch, man. You could throw it down pretty good. Like
I'm excited.
That's gonna be pretty wild to, you go there and you end up on the podium or something for your class.
Even if I end up on the podium, I'll be I have the biggest smile on my face.
Oh, I'm sure.
Even if I just end up on the podium, third place, I'll be more than happy.
What are some of the names in the expert class? Who you be flying against, for example? Give us like a couple names.
So we got Lotte, Chan. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Chagawan. We got Matt Tucker, Youngbin Lee, Peter Louis. We also have Bart Burrell as well, and. Yeah, there's some good pilots that are going to be going there. Pretty nervous.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
don't you know what? Don't be nervous. Don't think about it.
No, I know. Yeah.
Just go have fun.
The,
I mean, it's not the same, but kind of is. When I used to do a lot of RC racing, I used to travel up and down East Coast and do a lot of racing and stuff on a pretty higher level. And
yeah.
you just gotta have fun. And just enjoy yourself, and that's pretty much about it. When you do that, just let everything else fall into place. Because the minute you start stressing and thinking too much about it, you'll get inside your own head, and you'll just make some dumb mistakes. Don't even worry about it. I've seen you fly.
Yep.
Just do your normal stuff, and you got it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was talking with my parents about this. My dad's obviously asked me, hey, how you feel? You ready? And we were talking about it, and I am going to be competing and stuff, hopefully, because you have to do, set maneuvers first, and then you get allowed into the freestyle competition. So
Okay.
if I pass level 1, I move on to level 2. But the main goal for this event, for me at least, was, like I said, a lot of the best are going to be there, and especially like some of the pilots that I've always dreamed about meeting. Like Tarek, Duncan, CD, Vava. I've always wanted to meet them. Fabian as well, Fabian Kloss. I really like, the main goal for this is, of course, compete as well, and hopefully try to do my best in that. But I really want to learn from them. Get as many pointers and follow some of their footsteps to becoming how good they are, if that makes any sense.
No, perfect sense.
Yeah, it's just, I really want to learn from them, because those guys, they're a different breed, and the form that they practice in, the way that they set up their machines to going out to practice, doing their first hovers, it's all different from how we do it. Their tests are way different, they're harder, and I just really want to learn and meet a lot of those guys, because I would be in their territory. That's their element, and I just want to learn from the best.
That's the best mindset to have going over there, I think.
Yeah, the competition, of course. Who wouldn't love to compete, even though it's nerve-wracking? But I would love to compete and be able to do that. But even if I get dead last, I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. I just want to, just saying that I got to fly with those guys, and just learning from them, talking with them, to get them giving me advice and showing me things, I would be more than happy with that.
Yep, that's a hell of a feather in your cap, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you know what? This is probably one of the only like competitive hobbies where somebody can say that, like, go there and get tips and advice and stuff like that from the competitors, because you go to, we've talked about this in the past, like the RC car world. There is no tips from your competitors. There's no talking to your competitors because they don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, no, I got you. That's the beauty about the heli world, that when I think I brought this up last time when we were on the podcast, that when I brought it up, like, the heli community and the whole, like, the heli world, it's so different. It's very different. Even if we could be rivals on opposite sponsors competing against each other, but at the end of the day, we're all friends, just have fun. Hey, you need some help with that gain, dude? Here, try this number, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, or your heli breaks before it's your time to go up, and your competitor's right there wrenching on it with you to get it go back in the air.
Exactly. Yes, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the heli world. That's what got me at least so addicted, because the community. You go out to the events and everybody treats everybody like family. So it's like, you don't feel nervous. You don't feel kind of left out. You don't feel any type of way about, like, oh man, can I go over there? Like, no, you could walk over there. Hey man, what's going on? What'd you bring? Like, I just love that.
Yeah.
That is, like you said, going to the events. That's what makes those events so much fun, is going out, the camaraderie, the hanging out with people. You hang out with somebody from a different part of the country or a different part of the world, depending on the event you're at. And you just get to learn so much about different cultures, different people, and it's more than just the helis. There's so much more to it. So
yes,
now I'm happy. I'm really happy for you. I'm really excited for you too. To go out there, because ever since I met you, with screwing around out at that Ohio event and stuff, you're a good kid. I call you a kid. I know you're older than a kid, but still, I'm an old guy, so now everybody's a kid. But
it's okay.
You got a good head in your shoulders, and you're going to go far. You're definitely going to be one of the top guys. You're already getting there, and you're going to go over and do an international competition. You know, you're going to go kick some ass. We have faith in you. You're going to do good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, couldn't have happened to a better more deserving person, man. I mean, you're one of the most humble people that I know in this hobby.
Yeah.
You know, and that goes a long way. So
absolutely,
thank you so much. It means a lot. I try to work on that as much as possible, especially since I said this last time. You know, I had so much help coming into this from all of you guys. So I try to give it right back to all you guys. At least what I know. All the info that I know, I don't gatekeep anything. I try to share it and help the community grow.
As you should, man.
Yeah.
But I gotta know, are you gonna wear your Ohio Heli Throwdown shirt on competition day?
I cannot. I cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot on that day.
Tell them that I said you had to, and that's fine.
Okay, I'll try my best.
See where that goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go, Mike. So get him. You said you're going to mail him that hat out, the full package hat.
Yep.
Get him that hat mailed out. Make sure he gets it before he leaves. He can take it with. He can be at the event if it's not competing. He can have a picture of himself in the full package hat at the Thailand Heli Blowout for us to put on the Facebook page, and he can be our first full package international pilot that we put on there.
Yeah, I should send him too. I wish I had another one. We can get him and Tarek together with our hat on.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best.
So as far as, I guess, shifting gears a little bit, the Goose Sky line, and that is the right way, right? Goose Sky.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Because I hear people pronounce it all the different ways.
I've heard. Yeah, the normal term is Goose Sky.
Right.
But people call them Goose Skis.
Yep.
All sorts of names.
So on the Goose Sky line, what do you think? What do you think of all the different helis that they have? You know, do you have a favorite out of all of them?
Oh, I love this question. So, of course, you know that they have the R7 and the RS5, 6s, the little guys as well that many people love. Right now, I would have to say my favorite one is probably the newest one that I just got, which is the RS6. It's a 600 size heli. I have the Venture 601s on it with 96 millimeter blades. I have mine on 12S, but you can use it 6S all the way up to 12S. And the thing flies exactly like the 700s. The power hits exactly like it. And I swear, like the maneuvers, it does it exactly like a 700.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite one. Of course, you know, they have the R7. Who doesn't like the R7s, the 700 class helis? And I love those birds. I have 2 of them. I love both of them as much. You know, they're just so amazing. And then, of course, the little guys. You got the little guys as well, the S2s and the S2 Max.
So, for
my number one is the R6.
Okay. But for a dummy like myself, what's the difference from the S2 and the S2 Max?
So the S2 comes with carbon fiber frames. It has the first design FBL and ESC as well. It also has 190 millimeter blades and smaller motor and tail motor. With the S2 Max, what they converted to was plastic frames, which helps with weight and just easy repair, like just an easy repair. They added 195 millimeter blades now to it.
Okay.
And it has a bigger motor with more breathing in it, so it's super cool. You could do you could do 7 flights back to back, and that motor won't get hot.
Nice.
So it has a little bit more power on the main motor and the tail, and they switched as well. The canopy design has also a new FBL and ESC, which feels really, really good. You could tune it off the app just like you would with the normal S2. And yeah, those are the differences.
So what about the S2 Max to the S2 Ultra that we're seeing show up online now?
So, now with the Ultra, they basically went back to carbon fiber because the plastic, it helps with weight and it really you feel the difference. But as far as durability goes, they weren't the most durable. I think the S2s were known for their very you can put them in the ground, pick them back up, and boom, you're good to go again.
Right.
But they had quite a bit of frame issues where the frames kept cracking or breaking with the plastic, so they went back to carbon fiber. Another cool feature that they added was the RotorFlight FBO. So you can actually tune your helicopter off your Radiomaster T16 or the 15 or whatever you please. You could tune it off directly off RotorFlight. And the motor is still the same. The blade size is still the same. They changed the canopies, but practically everything else is the same. Just they went back to carbon fiber to keep that durableness and the lightness of it. But they also added that FBL, which is, I believe, I haven't flown it yet, but I believe from what I've heard from some friends of mine, they say it's way crispier. The tail holds a lot better, and yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So I have an M2 V3, the OMP version. I had the M2 Evo, which was okay, but the new V3 for me, the lighter feel is like right up my alley because I turn the head speed down on those things. Like I'm running the throttle at like 40%, 50%.
Okay.
And they fly so good because they're so much lighter than the other one. So would you say the Max would be the lighter of the two between the Max and the Ultra? Because I'm kind of entertaining the idea of getting an S2.
Okay.
But I want to maintain that super light feel for the lower head speed stuff that, the heavier version kind of needs that extra head speed to help it with the weight,
I believe they're actually the same weight, if I'm not
Oh, okay.
mistaken. At carbon, yeah, because so what the beauty of it is that they added bigger blades, so the heli has so much more bite. You can feel it from the S2 and then the S2 Max, which I have currently, both of them. And I still fly the S2, the version 1, and I fly a lot. I don't know how many flights I've already done on S2 Max. And you feel that because of mainly the blades and going from the Ultra to the Max, they didn't really change a lot, just the FBO and the carbon fiber frames, which if you don't like the plastics on the Max, there's an actual conversion, like just some frames that you can get and they bolt directly into the S2 Max frame. So the frames don't even, like the upper stuff doesn't change.
Okay.
But if you like that plastic, if you like the plastics with the feel of those, you could just you can buy the S2 Max and it'll come with those. Or if you want the carbon fiber frames, you can also get those. But
Yeah.
it is a very light bird. Yeah, with the 195 millimeter blades, it feels super light. And the bite that it has, the maneuvers, you feel it. You can definitely feel the bite.
Awesome. I think that might be my Black Friday thing I'm looking for.
You won't regret it. You won't. I've have to say, I don't know how many flights I've already done, but I'd have to say somewhere close to 60 flights on my S2 Max already.
Yeah. I love those
And
little helis because I could just throw them in my camper or whatever when we go camping and stuff, and just pull them. You can fly them anywhere, just about.
absolutely,
There's
yeah.
so
And
much
the
fun. I
batteries
like.
charge, like for me, they charge super fast because I hook them up to my ISDT charger. And so they charge super fast. And then I have a park right by my house that's a minute away. And I'll go back there, have some fun with it, or in my backyard, front yard. That's the beauty of them. You don't need a lot of space, and you just bring the heli, the little case, put the batteries inside, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I agree. I think that size heli is always perfect for something like that. You just wherever you're at, just kind of go have some fun, rip on it a little bit. I have a baseball field across from my house, so I've taken mine out there a number of times where I didn't want to go to the field. I didn't have a lot of time. Charge up a battery, just go get a quick flight in, just to get my fix, and kind of go from there. Great helis.
I always tell everybody if you don't have one, I would highly, highly recommend getting one.
Absolutely.
One of those little helis. Your preference, O&Ps or the Goose Guys. Of course, I recommend the Goose Guys. I have them.
Of course.
They fly amazing. But I feel like the little guys, man, they'll humble you. They really will.
Yeah.
Because they move very, very quick. Trust me, those things can move super fast. And if you're not ready for it, that thing will disappear in a blink of an eye. Yeah, I think those helis they'll really humble you, and they're super fun. You could literally stuff it in your pocket in your hoodie, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I agree. I love them. Yeah, except when you
come a long ways since when they used to have the original MCPX.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yep, the little blade MCPXs and some of those that we thought were so much fun back in the day.
Yeah, it was like a 10-foot climb out to get it to flip so you can catch it. You had enough room to catch it inverted.
Yeah, that's why I never understood when Aaron used to like fly 3D with the MCPX in the basement, here at the house, and he learned to fly 3D on that little MCPX, and I think that's what helped him out with the bigger stuff. It's crazy. And now the
I
little
learned
stuff
with
is
the Nano S2.
Yeah, those are good little helis too.
Yep, I learned with those how to flip a heli. I practically destroyed my whole basement with that little thing. So I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
I don't know why I was learning it indoors, but I was trying to learn inverted, like just flipping it, and yeah, I destroyed half my basement with the little thing.
Yeah.
It's only official unless you have the lines in your TV screen.
No, that I don't have. It's not official then.
Yeah, every TV we've hung in our living room has had
Has those lines.
little lines from scratching it with the blades. Me crashing it into the TV.
I had at one point in my basement, I had 2 walls that were just marred up from like the little helis hitting them and stuff from when we all used to fly. And then actually, like when Aaron used to do YouTube, one of his best videos ever is, I can't remember if it was the Nano or if it was, I think it might have been with the original Nano, of like learning. He was doing his learning to fly 3D, and he was doing that, and then he'd do, this is what you do, and he goes, this is what you don't do, and then that's where I came in. I would try to fly, and he's like, okay.
I remember those.
Yep. He's like, that's what you don't do, and I'm like, yep. So much fun. That was great. Use me as the negative example. But it was pretty good.
Don't suck like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. I still, and this many years later, I still suck.
Yeah.
No, you don't, man. I've seen your videos on YouTube. I follow your channel. You fly really good.
I just smile when I do it. I don't really care. I'm having fun, and if somebody doesn't like it, that's on them. I enjoy my lame flying.
Go watch somebody better.
I will say one of the things I would have liked to get more flying in this year is this year I did get the Goose Guy, the RS5. I was on my kick. I was on my kick this year where I think I found my happy place on helis is the RS5. I have the OMP M6. Is the 6S helis, the bigger 6S. I just like how they fly, how they feel. Yeah, and the RS5, once I got it put together, it flies freaking wonderful. I haven't had enough time from when I bought it, got everything functioning, got a couple flights on it. I just haven't had the time to get more time on it as much as I'd like.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It definitely gave me ideas of, because I don't actually have a 700 again. But if I were to get a 700, I don't know which way I'd want to go, because between the OMP or the Goose Guy, they both kind of have me intrigued with their 700 machines.
Yeah, no, the Goose Guys, I have to say, so with the RS5, I flew that one when I was in the Torches Winter Bash, and that was when it released, and I flew Ben Storix, my coaches, he also had one, Jose Medina, he had an RS5 as well, and I got to rip those things around, and those things fly really, really good, like really good. It's identical to the 700. Okay. It's just it throws you off because obviously the boom is so much shorter and stuff, but the feel of it feels just like the 700.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I really like it. It has a really good, solid, stable feel. It doesn't do anything weird. I definitely enjoy it. Plus, I like the bright orange canopy too, so I kind of dig that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the RS6 as well. The reason I went with the RS6 is I've never owned a 600 size helicopter before, and from what I learned, like from what I've heard and stuff, and from what I learned, is like it floats a little bit more, obviously because of the bigger blades. It has a little bit more bite to it, and just the compatibility of it. Like you can run from 6S all the way up to 12S, mini servos, full size servos.
Yeah.
For instance, my RS6, it has the same servos that I'm running in my 700.
Yeah, nice.
And the thing is so locked in. It is so locked in.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of companies that are kind of slept on 600s. You know, the 600 machine, well set up, I always thought could be a good machine.
Absolutely, absolutely. I never knew it was that good though.
Yeah.
I never knew because, of course, I mean, I haven't been in the hobby that long, so I've also never tried a 600 machine before. And when I got to see the machine when it released, I got to see it at a local event that we had out here, and the purple spoke to me. It actually did speak to me. It said, "Take me home," and I was like, I'll try my best. But yeah, I saw it. I fell in love with the color scheme. And then I also saw it flying and just the way it looked. And I was like, oh, wow, that actually, it looks like a 700, but just a tad bit smaller. And then I learned what you could put in it, what you can run. And it's just amazing.
Now it's
a travel size 700.
Exactly, yeah. Like for instance, I drive in a Mustang. The 700 doesn't fit in the back seat, but the RS6 does.
There you go. Nice.
Those are the perks, those are the perks of it.
You have a Mustang?
Yeah.
So are we talking newer Mustang, old school 5.0 Mustang? What are we talking?
Oh no, it's a 99, just something older.
Okay, no, that's good.
It was my pops, and then he gave it to me.
Nice.
Nice.
I like the older ones better. That's why I was asking. I like them much better than the newer ones.
Yeah, I have a new Edge.
Nice.
And yeah, like the 700, it doesn't fit. I have to put it like in my passenger seat, and the RS6, it fits perfectly in the back seat. So it's like
you buckle the seatbelt around it.
Yeah.
Now that you'll have a couple of competitions here in the U.S. under your belt. In about 2 weeks' time, you're going to have an international event under your belt. You've been in the heli hobby for a couple of years now. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now in the hobby overall? Or where would you like to see yourself in the hobby in 5 years?
It's a job interview question.
That's what?
That's a job interview question.
Yeah, right.
Well, as far as the hobby goes, I don't plan on getting out of it. I don't know what it is. I'm just addicted to the hobby at this point. I can't really stop. I don't know. It calms me. It really keeps me focused. So as far as like staying in the hobby or getting out, that's not even a question. I'm staying in for sure. Where I see myself, like what I see myself doing, for sure going to a lot more international competitions and stuff. I would love to compete as much as possible. And some great tip that Nick Maxwell he said during an interview, which really stuck with me. He was like, if you want to be the best, you have to compete against the best. So
absolutely,
that's really what I'm trying to strive for. But I would love to, hold up the world champion belt one day, but that's not a cakewalk because
there you go.
There's pilots like MCK, CD.
Yeah, you got your work cut out for you there.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't plan on leaving the hobby anytime soon, and I practice a lot. So I mean, I practice as much as possible. I'm always on the sim every day, just moving the sticks, trying to learn some new maneuvers. I've been studying a lot of maneuvers lately, like how they get done. So like I'll watch a video played in slow-mo and then like, oh, he gave like right aileron with a little bit of pitch while giving left rudder, and then I'll go try it in the sim. So I've been really, really trying to master like, different maneuvers and become more precise. But I definitely see myself in the future going to more events, like internationally, and also trying to hit up as many as in the U.S. as I can as well. Like going to all of them: Spring Fling, Arizona, the Marshall event, all of those.
What do you think, Mike? He's going to do all these.
And what you're missing something. What else are you planning on?
Ohio, of course. Those
No. One more thing you got to do in the next 5 years.
He lost me on this one.
Full Package Podcast. Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I thought that was already known.
Yeah, he lost me on that one too. I wasn't sure there. That's pretty funny. You made me forget what I was going to actually ask him. Oh, I know. So once you win a couple international competitions and start really kicking ass here in the U.S., will we see the Goose Guy Jeremy Lorenzo edition?
Oh, there you go.
That would be a dream of mine. I mean, but
it does actually roll off the tongue pretty good.
It does. It sounds really good. But if I'm being honest with you, Duncan and Jack and Andy, they're kind of killing it. So, I would love to put my little twist on it and my opinions on the heli, but I think they're really doing some great stuff. So.
Come on now, man.
I mean, I think that's everybody's dream, have like a heli like named after him. Like for instance, Nick Maxwell, he had with XL, his, and he put his twist on it, the black head and stuff like that. I would love to, do something like that in the future as well. If that's ever on the table, yeah.
Nancy Carrington had is that her name?
Carrington.
Yeah, she had a dream too. She broke the other girl's kneecaps so she can achieve it.
Oh, jeez.
That's just saying. Just laying that on the table.
You're kind of old to bring that one in there, Mike. Most people aren't going to get that one.
We'll have to bail Jeremy out of Taiwan.
I was trying to follow my dream.
Yeah,
I was trying to follow my dream.
Yeah, why told me to break Duncan's knees?
I was just going to say, why did you smash his thumbs with a hammer?
But yeah, if it's ever on the table for me to add like my little twist on it on the R7, R6, or RS5, S2, whichever one, I really don't care. I love all of them. I would love to. Yeah.
You gotta go for the big goals, man. Look for that Goose Guy Jeremy Lorenzo edition. I'm telling you.
That would be awesome.
We gotta see it.
Amazing. That would be amazing.
That would be very cool. We'd be proud of you. So, we're already proud of you.
After while you're in Taiwan, you're gonna have I assume Thailand. Goose Guys, like the owner's gonna be there and all that stuff, right? That's a big enough event.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to get us the down low on when are we gonna get a new RS4? That thing's it's a little seasoned now.
I know. That's actually great that you asked that, because I had somebody ask me that at IRCHA, and I'm actually planning on talking to them about that at IRCHA. And not at IRCHA, I'm sorry, in Thailand. Just see what their plans are, I know they just got pretty swamped making this new RS7 Ultra, but I would love to see, the RS4 come back as well.
Yeah, that's a good size.
That would be a good
heli. I was for sure going to ask them about that. Or who knows, maybe they have that in the works, but haven't announced it yet, or haven't,
We'll have to get all the good
Are you winking at us right now, Jeremy?
No. I mean,
yeah.
It's just like
wink,
you never
wink.
know. Sometimes they're just working on stuff and.
That sounds
I promise I don't have any behind the scenes.
That's like nervous laughter. He's like, "Oh shit, I just said something I shouldn't have said."
No, you don't have to worry.
To all you people out there listening, you heard it here first. New Goose Guy RS4 coming soon. As if that'd be great.
I would love that though.
Yeah, that's the only one they're missing. They redid the S2, the S1. We got the RS5, the 6, the 7. We got a couple of 7s now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the RS4 needs some love, man.
It does. Yes, I 100% agree with you.
I agree too. I think I might, if you did that, I'd have to probably maybe get one.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to speculate here and say they're going to get away from the big pancake motor and go to the motor, gear ratio.
If I'm being honest, what I think what a lot of us have been waiting on from Goose Guy is nitro.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Damn, I can't believe I didn't even think of that. I'm a little upset with myself.
They just need to stick to electric.
I think a lot of people are itching for maybe like an RS5 Nitro.
Nope.
700 Nitro. I know I am. I know I'm itching for a Nitro.
Yeah, the hell with that RS4. When you get there, ask them about the Nitro. That's what I want to know about now.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, like a lot of the, almost all their competitors have a Nitro. I think Goose Guy's the only one that kind of fell behind with that.
No, they're the only ones who see the vision and know Nitro's dead. Stick with electric.
Never.
Oh,
never. You can't put a price on a 5-minute flight, man. 5-7 minute flight.
Yeah.
What? That's literally the dream. Imagine, just picture yourself on a beautiful sunset, smoked out, and you doing a 7-minute flight. That is the dream right there.
I can do that on my electrics.
Yeah, but you won't have
Maybe.
But you don't have
the
the
girl in the
two-stroke going up your nose.
fanning the smoke away from you.
I could just ask ChatGPT and we could make that happen. But
come on.
No, now Jeremy, see, take some advice from this old guy. If you wouldn't fly quite as hard, don't fly quite as good, and just do a little more hovering, you'll get your 5 to 7 minutes out of that.
Yeah, but
so just suck a little
boring,
more.
If I'm being honest. I like, even when I test stuff, my dad always says it, like, I'll go to the field, right? And for instance, like the RS6, I think I did one hover flight, and then the next flight I was already smacking on it. And he was like, "Man, some tests you do, huh? Talking about hover it around and fly it around." Like, like I just can't. I need to flip it and start pirouetting and stuff. I gotta
do that to Bob all the time. Bob tries to film me flying all the time. I go, "This is just a test flight."
Yeah, he does, bastard. Because that's what Aaron's MO was always pretty good with that. I'd build a heli, brand new build, fresh build. We'd go out and I'd be like, "Now let's just give it a nice little test flight. Let's make sure everything's good." He'd hover it. He'd do a pitch pump and start just laying into it. Like, and that was it.
I'm like, nothing fell off. We're good.
I'm like, dude.
Yeah, like, once you get the heli up, right, and you push forward on the stick, it goes forward, back, left, right on the rudder, and then you do a pitch pump, you see nothing blows out. I think that's the green light for you to go.
Yeah, see,
I agree.
Yeah, that's where I was more nervous because I built the thing, and I was always like, okay, let's just get a good flight, let's let things settle, then let me give it a good nut bolt check. Nope. He just beat the living shit out of him.
If a screw falls out while you're hovering, or a screw falls out while you're flipping, is there much difference?
And from a hover, you might hear the tink and be able to get it down on the ground. If you're pyro flipping it a foot off the ground,
it's not probably... If you're a real man, you'll have the nitro running. You won't hear that tink.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one, Mike. I'll give you that one. That was pretty good. So, is there anything we missed about the Thailand Heli Blowout, Jeremy, that you'd like to tell us about that we haven't asked you, or?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all. Just stay tuned. It's gonna be, this year is gonna be epic for sure. I mean, Tarek, it's the 30th anniversary. There's so many pilots going out. MCK is gonna be there. Keniko, Duncan Balsian, Tarek Al-Sadi. It's the best of the best in the world. Even the ones that train the best are gonna be there. So it's just gonna be awesome. I'm excited for it. Also nervous as well, like we talked about, but it's mainly just to have fun and learn, grow with them, and really try to see what they do and try to replicate it.
You got this.
Just stay tuned.
Just go out there and show them how we do this in the U.S.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just stay tuned because it's gonna be awesome. It will be awesome.
Well,
And they also another thing is that they're going to their original field that they used to do, the Thailand Heli Blowout.
Okay.
So last year and the year before that, they switched to a new field, but now they're going back to the original field that they used to do the Thailand Heli Blowouts at.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
So that's going to be awesome as well. Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
We appreciate Jeremy for being on the show, filling us all in. Stay tuned as well I'll try to get updates and find them where I can and share them through the podcast Facebook page in case you don't have Jeremy on Facebook. We want to follow his adventure here in his first international event. Yeah, and I think it's just going to be a good thing. We wish him all the best of luck, and I think he's going to go over there and just kick some ass.
Absolutely, I'm gonna try my best.
And when he's up on that podium,
just enjoy it. That's all you got to do.
Absolutely.
Everything else will happen.
And when you're up on that podium, don't forget the very first thing you got to do is big thank you to Full Package RC.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the heli sponsor, the blade sponsor. They're all, no, it's all about the full package, right?
Yep.
All right, Mikey, you got any?
When you're on the middle of that podium, I want you to rip your team jersey off like Hulk Hogan and have that Ohio Heli Throwdown shirt underneath it.
Awesome.
That would be funny. And they'd all be like,
that would be pretty funny.
Crazy American.
Yeah, they'll be like, what is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they'd be like, that's why we don't like the Americans coming to our event.
Yeah.
You got any other questions you want to ask, Mike?
No, I'm good, man. I just, thanks again, Jeremy, for coming on. We love having you on here. You're such a humble dude, and you're killing it right now, man. Just enjoy the ride, have fun. Yeah, do your thing, man. You know what's going on.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. I mean, I really have to thank you guys. I love, coming on here and talking with you guys. Especially, I haven't gone to, out there to Ohio and seeing you guys. Which, by the way, here's another thing that I want to throw out there. Next year, I'm going to try my best to hit up all of those events, the Blade Scrape and all those. I'm going to try my best to hit up all of those. So hopefully you guys can make it out there as well.
Yeah.
But it's always a pleasure coming on here, and just chatting with you guys, catching up, seeing what you guys been up to. I know Bobby with the Drifting World and stuff. It's just cool, catching up with you guys.
Well, we appreciate
We're gonna do it again.
Absolutely. Just call me and set up a time, date, and I'll be here. And now I know the time difference as well, so I won't be late.
Yeah, we'll be good on that one. Yeah. That's all good. Well, guys, we appreciate you all for tuning in and listening. Don't forget to go check out bonfire.com, and you can search Full Package RC to look up any kind of merch to get as cold weather's hitting in, hit your hoodies, hats, t-shirts, whatever you need to help kind of support the show. Also, any questions, anything you need for us, you can hit us up at fullpackagerc@gmail.com. Or find us on Facebook, Full Package RC, and send us any messages or whatever you want there as well. So again, we appreciate Jeremy coming on, being our first repeat guest on the show and filling us in, and something tells me it won't be real long. We'll have him on again and see where he's at and how all these international competitions are going to be doing, how good he's going to be doing, and a good follow-up as to where he's going in the hobby.
Not probably. For sure we'll be on here.
There we go. That's the attitude.
Not a maybe, not a probably, not a hopefully. For sure. 100% we'll be on here again.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you. The next show, be sure to tune in. The next one, I don't want to give away too much, but it's going to be kind of like our year-end sort of wrap-up holiday sort of show. We're going to have a really good special guest who will also be a repeat guest, which is going to be just an absolute ton of fun. So be sure to check that one out, and we will see you guys in the next one. So see you then. All right. Later, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.